How's it going, guys? We got another Pokemon Online battle here. This time we have a double header coming our way with an NU and OU battle, so hope you guys enjoy it. I'm also trying out a new layout, so be sure to give it a like if you really enjoyed that too. Looking at our team previews here, you can see that I'm running a fairly balanced team with Armaldo, Meganium, and Regigigas as my defensive core. Magmortar and Electros are basically situational pivots and counters to various threats in the NU metagame, while Fracture is more of a sab bleed. You can see his team is very much a basic Rain Dance team with Electro as his lead and Gorbis as his main sweeper, so hopefully I can take out Gorbis and we'll see how it goes from there. So I open up with my Fractures, he opens up with the Electrode. Obviously he's going to set up the Rain Dance, and I'm just going to go for the safe Dragon Dance knowing that he's not really going to do anything on the first turn. I go for the second Dragon Dance just knowing that I need to guarantee my KOs for the rest of this team, and he's going to go for the Hidden Power Ice, but I know that's not going to do anything because I pack the Eviolite, which is very critical on Fracture. I just go for the Outrage, and that's going to easily do a one-hit KO. He just gets out the Swano, which is going to, again, die to my Outrage, so I'm setting up a nice sweep here. I get the Confusion Hacks, but I'm not too worried, so I'm just going to go for the X-Scissor, not to risk anything, him switching out or anything like that, and that's easily going to be a one-hit KO right there. Now he's going to send in his Armaldo, which, even though it has good defensive EVs, it's not going to withstand a +2 stabbed Outrage. So I've taken down 4 members of his team successfully, so I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm going to go for the Outrage even though I outspeed, but unfortunately I hurt myself due to confusion, and I cannot take an Ice Beam even under half HP. So I took down 4 members of his team, which is pretty solid. I'm going to go into my Regigigas with the intention to Thunder Wave him and Paralyze, because I know he's going to be a fast setup sweeper under the ring. Even not with the ring, he's going to be very fast due to Shell Smash. So that's exactly what I do, and that's going to be able to cripple him very successfully. The Rain Stop, even though he's still slower, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to go for the Mud Slaps just to reduce his accuracy and make sure he can't potentially sweep my team even though his speed is cut in thirds. He's going to just keep going for the Cell Smash, and I'm just going to keep spamming Mud Slap knowing that his accuracy drops won't really harm my team whatsoever. So it's going to be a bit of a stall game here. He's going to miss the Surf due to the Mud Slaps that I put on before. And these Mud Slaps really aren't doing any damage, so at this point I think I just go for the knockoff. Yeah, I go for the knockoff, just get whatever items he has. And I just use the Earth Power and Safety KO to do those special defense drops, which is very good. Goes into his Jinx now. I wasn't really expecting the Focus Blast, but I do have some special defensive EVs, so I'm able to live that. I paralyze him again, just so he can't do anything to my team like he did before, just in case if they do outspeed. I go for the knockoff, making sure that I can take off that Life Orb, which is a significant power boost to Jinx. And at this point, I think I'm just going to go for the Earth Power and slowly take it down. And the Psychic isn't going to do much, again, due to my special defensive investment. And I think, yeah, at this point, my knockoff is going to be enough to take it down. So that was a good game. I really enjoyed it, and I like playing against Rain teams a lot. Now, the next battle here is an OU battle that I had on the PO server, I think. So it's looks like more of a 4th gen OU team to me. He doesn't really seem to be running any OU sets, so this could be rather interesting. I'm running more of an offensive balanced team, so I hope you guys enjoy that. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to go open off with the Rotom Wash as he goes into a standard lead Aerodactyl. He's going to go right away for the Stone Edge, but I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. Unfortunately, it misses because I really wanted to cripple it, but maybe it was packing the Lumberry, I'm not sure. So it wasn't a particularly good move on my part, but I'm not too worried. I'm just going to send out my Scrafty, which I know can resist most of Aerodactyl's attacks. He doesn't usually run a flying move. I'm going to go for the Dragon Dances now, knowing that I can resist most of his attacks, and he switches out and goes to an effective counter, or at least he thinks an effective counter is his Umbreon. I'm knowing that he's probably going to Toxic me, but I'm just going to go for a Drain Punches and get as much HP back as I can. He goes for the Toxic, but he doesn't realize that I have the Lumberry, which is pretty critical on Scrafty due to the fact that Stas can really cripple a Dragon Dance Scrafty. At this point, he can't really do anything with his Umbreon, and I probably doesn't want to switch or risk a switch out, so he's going to protect and try to get Lefty's recovery. But I mean, at this point, it's pretty much fruitless because I can just one-hit KO him with the amount of Dragon Dances I have set up. So he is going to go into his Tyranitar, which can't really do anything. I mean, it's basically death fodder to my Scrafty, which is good for me, and I'm going to get those Moxie attacks boosts, as you can see. And he's going to go into his Metagross, which can actually take my Drain Punches due to the fact that it has defensive investment, or it's a defensive wall. So That's good for him, but I'm going to go for another Dragon Dance just to make sure I can get those KOs and get that guaranteed Moxie attack boost. Unfortunately, I played a little arrogant here, and he just goes for the explosion, so maybe I should just went away for the Drain Punch because I knew I could outspit the rest of the team, but not well. It wasn't really a downside for me. I'm going to go into my Scarf Gardevoir and go for a Focus Blast. Probably not the best play on my part, but the good news is that he Toxics me, and due to the fact that I have Synchronized, we both get Toxic, so I can just safely switch out and go into something that can better take this, which is my Metagross, as he just tries to Wish Stall me, which isn't going to be good for him due to the fact that he's just going to die from Toxic, or at some point he has to be forced to switch out. So knowing that, I go for the Stealth Rocks because I know he's going to switch out, and he has two flying type Pokemon in the form of Salamence and Aerodactyl. So at some point he's going to switch, yeah, he switches into his Salamence, probably going for a fire type move. I'm just going to go for the Meteor Mash, trying to get those attack boosts up, but he's going to die of Sandstorm, so either way it's a win for me. He sends out his Aerodactyl here. It's going to go for the Fire Fang. Odd choice on his part, but I'm just going to go for the Meteor Mash, knowing that I can pretty much live anything he takes and then easily one-hit KO him. At this point, I'm probably just going to finish him off. He goes for a Flamethrower, which is an interesting move choice, but I have no investment, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to take on Meteor Mash, so that was a good game. I hope you guys enjoyed this match. I really did too. I like the layout. I hope you guys do too. And rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.